Alright, guys, welcome to our little update podcast episode. This is Corey Script.
This BDG reviews.
And we figure we're not going to do like a certain movie this episode. We're just going to keep it light and breezy just because it's been a minute. And we
Yeah,
figure just to welcome it back, we'll just, kind of bullshit about recent horror news releases and then kind of just talk about some movies we watched recently that
yeah,
were pretty good or memorable. Because there's been a
yeah,
few that I've watched recently that have kind of stuck with me.
yeah, for sure.
Anyways, man.
Yep.
So yeah, as far as news goes, we were just talking about the Chucky, which I guess is a good place to start.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
We were basically just saying I'm not looking forward to the movie. I'm dreading it, to be honest. Like I may not even see it in theaters.
yeah, I'm going to see it, but I'm keeping my expectations very low. I've been burned recently with getting my hopes up, so I'm gonna keep them low for this one.
Well, while we're on the subject of reboots,
Mm.
let's get out of the way. What'd you think of Pet Cemetery?
I thought there were some things that they did right, but there was a lot of missteps. And as a whole, it felt like, like when you watch, I'll use a Scream reference. Like when you watch The Exorcist on television, and like
Okay.
all the stuff's been cut out.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. It felt like a cut movie. It felt like there should have been a good another 15 or 20 minutes worth of stuff in between scenes happening, which just wasn't there.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean. I actually,
Yeah,
I think Fred Gwynn, is that his name?
yeah,
In the original?
yeah,
I find him ultra annoying, and that's anything he's in, even the Munsters and My Cousin Vinny. There's just something about his voice I find grating.
yeah,
And John Lithgow, I
yeah.
love John Lithgow. So that's
That
the
that
one
was
thing
yeah,
I like
that was
about the remake.
a great piece of casting right there. Um, I thoroughly dug his performance. I just thought he was severely underused,
Yeah, definitely.
and there was what I found my main problem with the Pet Cemetery remake is the original Pet Cemetery, and from what I know the book, I haven't got around to finishing the book yet, but essentially it's about like a father who loses everything and his like attempt to keep it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where the remake just ends up being, I don't know, it just everything just feels forced.
What'd you think of the new Zelda?
I thought the new Zelda was creepy as hell, but again, severely underused.
Yeah.
It was essentially a cameo,
Yeah.
and it's like, you could have done some really creepy stuff with that. Honestly, I'm really hoping that we get like a director's cut on Blu-ray.
So you're buying the Blu-ray when it comes out?
I'm gonna buy it because I mean, like I said, it was a decent horror movie, but it wasn't a good. Yeah, let's put it this way, like uh, Leatherface, um, when they did the last one they did, the last Texas Chainsaw
I
Massacre.
still haven't seen it. I have it,
Yeah,
but it's still in plastic.
yeah, it's a really good movie. It's a really good introduction of a serial killer, but you put the name Texas Chainsaw Massacre there, you better bring your A game, and they didn't. And it's kind of the same with Pet Cemetery. You put the name Pet Cemetery there, you have certain expectations, and they're not really met.
Yeah.
I did dig though that they made the cat the reason that the girl died.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
that was pretty cool.
I dug it that the whole idea that whatever the evil is in the movie, um, it's almost like directly causing you know the resulting actions. Where in the first one it was more like they brought the cat back to life and like it was like a jerk, and that was kind of it.
Yeah.
It
There is
wasn't really evil. It was just kind of like being a jerk.
yeah.
Where in this one, they did make a bit more evil. and I dug that.
Yeah. What did you actually, I don't think that movie did too well too, the more I
No.
think about it, because I was on Fandango yesterday, the day before,
Yeah.
and there was only like one or two showings of that movie. But like
Yeah.
Us, they're still showing that like
Well,
10
us
showings a
us
night.
is like a goddamn masterpiece.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
Pet Cemetery though, I don't know.
It should have been better. After what we got with it, it should have been a foregone conclusion that Pet Cemetery was going to be awesome. You
Yeah.
know?
I
It's
wonder if
like
people are getting what's that word? Like fatigued by Stephen King's name, you know what I mean?
I think people are fatigued by bad Stephen King movies
Yeah.
because there's a lot of them.
Because realistically, what my problem is with it is there's
Mm,
so many other Stephen King movies that need a good remake. And
yeah.
Pet Cemetery wasn't one of them to me. Like The Langoliers.
Oh
Like I
yeah.
would like a remake of that. I would rush to the theaters for that, or The
Oh
Golden
hell
Years or
yeah.
something. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
if they did like a remake of Storm of the Century or The
Oh,
Graveyard
that would be
Shift or
awesome.
something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
why do they keep remaking this? You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's like
I don't
they
know.
they pick the most popular one and then remake it.
Yeah, or even like The
I'm
Dead
guessing
Zone.
that's it.
I would have
Oh
been
yeah.
more stoked for a Dead Zone remake.
That would definitely be cool. I really dug the original Dead Zone.
Oh yeah,
Some people don't like it. I dug it
yeah.
personally, but it does. That's a story that needs retelling. But then again, there was the TV show, wasn't there?
I've never watched that. You know, for the
Essentially.
longest time, I didn't even know that was based on Stephen King's
Oh yeah,
work. I
yeah.
just thought it was a regular Dead Zone or like a different show just named that.
No, yeah, it was based on the thing, but apparently, like, I saw some of it. Um, the Dead Zone isn't a long book. It's a fairly contained story. So to push it into, I think it was 3 seasons of television, was a bit much.
Is that Kiefer Sutherland was in that?
No, it was some guy that looked a lot like him.
Uh,
Yeah,
or is it that
it was
dude
weird.
from? Is it Kiefer Sutherland that's in 24?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Anyways,
yeah. So that's Child's Play in Pet Cemetery. Keep your
yeah,
expectations low. You'll probably enjoy them both.
yeah. I want to save our us talk for like a commentary or something when that comes out.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because I was kind of messed up too when I saw it, and I
Yeah,
kind of want to see it again before I talk about it.
yeah. I just have to say I loved it.
Oh yeah, I liked it better than Get Out.
Definitely. One thing though that kind of annoyed me. This was in Rue Morgue a couple of months back or whatever. They did this article and it's like kind of like the resurgence of black horror. And I'm like, I'm hearing that and I get what they're saying, but like Us is not like a black horror movie. Us is a good horror movie. It doesn't matter what like race you are. If you were in that situation, it would be creepy as hell.
Yeah, but I could see where
You
they're
know?
coming from, like Tales from the Hood or Candyman or Leprechaun in the Hood.
I know. I just think
Killjoy.
it's
Killjoy is considered a
yeah.
black horror movie.
I think it's kind of doing a disservice though. I mean, it's like saying like it's something like less than, like we got to give this thing its own name because, it's, it's not real horror.
Yeah, you know what I thought was funny is, did you hear that thing where someone asked Jordan Peele, "You ever gonna make a white person your protagonist?" And he was like, "Probably not, no." And I guess a
Well,
bunch of people got mad, and it's like he's a black director. That's, you know what I mean? It's like
yeah, I mean, well, that's
I don't understand
his.
getting mad because of that.
No, not at all. I mean, that's his experience, He's lived as a black
Exactly.
guy.
If I was writing a movie, I mean, I'm not racist, but the lead character would be white. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just because that's what we know.
Yeah.
Just like you would expect. Like you wouldn't expect I don't know, like Akira Kurosawa to do a movie and like the main character be like a middle-aged American guy.
Yeah.
You know,
I
it
will
wouldn't
say th-
happen.
I will say this about Jordan Peele though. I mean, it may be people may get mad at this opinion, but I, I don't understand. Like, I understand the hype for him,
Mm-hmm.
but I wonder if like the skin color almost makes it more where he's getting more stuff. Like, he's getting the Twilight Zone, and he's considered this master of horror, blah blah blah. But like Eli Roth, when he came out, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, people were praising him, but he wasn't getting TV shows to coincide with movies, and you know what I mean, and all this. It's like, I don't
yeah.
know. I feel like his stuff is getting treated a lot differently than a normal horror director. You know what I mean?
I think it definitely is. I mean, and
Because
I'm
like Eli
I'm
Roth's stuff was getting the same amount of ticket sales, but he wasn't in
yeah,
the, you know, he wasn't winning Oscars and stuff like that. But Jordan Peele makes one good movie, now two good movies, but all of a sudden he's Rod Serling and being compared to Hitchcock and all this and that. It's like,
yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. I think probably a part of it is race. You know, I'm sure like, you know, a lot of people, like a lot of black people, for example, probably look at it and say, you know, like, well, you know, here's this guy and he's doing these kick-ass horror movies, you know, like sure, like we got one, you know?
yeah. And you know what else helps it too? And
Hmm.
you know, this happens with every like big black movie I've seen. And like I said, I'm
Mm.
not racist at all. Like, I have many black people tattooed on me and stuff and all that, so I'm not
Yeah,
racist at all. But for example, when what the hell is that? That Black Panther movie came out.
yeah,
I heard Charlemagne the God, Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, blah blah blah. They rented out whole theaters
yeah,
to have private showings and all that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And then I saw something online where Snoop Dogg bought like 200 tickets for kids in the ghetto to go see Us or something. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like, so I don't know. It's because it's like a black movie. It's getting a lot more ticket sales just because you have these black celebrities buying thousands and thousands of tickets. But like when a white horror movie comes out, you don't see like, you know, you don't see
yeah,
Donald Trump and, you know what I mean, Bradley Cooper buying 200 tickets for ghetto kids. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just, you know, the demographic that they're going for.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they've like maybe the movie studios have decided, you know, like oh, you know, we know pretty much like all like these like white horror fans will go see anything
Yeah, and you got to think of black
because
culture is
we've
just the
kind of
most,
proved that.
and but black culture is the most popular culture right now. I mean,
Yeah, it
rap
is. I mean,
rap music
yep,
is the most popular genre, and it's been for a long time. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
everything you go on TV. It's everyone's doing the Dougie and talking slang and all this and that. So it's like,
yeah,
I saw some
yeah,
on the news where these news reporters were saying like, oh, it's lit and all that, and they're acting all gangster and stuff on the thing. It's like, oh my god,
yeah.
like I feel bad for today's youth.
Yeah, it's kind of become like almost like a corporate thing now. You know.
Yeah,
But you know, like I said, you know, if as long as whoever's directing it, if they make a good horror movie, it will transcend race.
yeah.
You know,
I think
like
it's about,
like us did. You know.
yeah. I think we've discussed enough of that touchy subject there.
Yeah, yeah. We'll stay away from that now.
Yeah. Anyways, um,
Yeah,
another movie or let's keep on more news or whatever. So,
yeah,
what other big horror news is there? I know they're making another Critters movie.
yeah. They're making another Critters movie, which actually has Dee Wallace returning in it from the
Yeah.
first movie.
I'm
So
so tempted to get that Critters box set. I
yeah,
just don't know if I want to pay that much for it, man.
I tell you what, I would have bought that day one, except for the fact, literally, one day before I even learned of its existence, I bought the DVD box set.
Really?
One day.
Are you able to look up how much that is right now?
Yeah, sure. Let me just come here. Where's that? There we go.
I just, man, I don't know. I like the fact that they get their own individual cases and stuff, and
Yeah, I just honestly, I wish they'd done something more with the arts for part 3 and 4. It's like the same art.
yeah.
just kind of thrown, with a different background.
Now, a piece of news I'm really hyped for is I don't
Mm.
know what made Full Moon get on the hustle all of a sudden, but
Yeah.
they're talking about their this year's plan is to release a sequel for Sorority Babes and the Slimeball-orama, and I guess
Yep.
Brink Stevens and some other Scream Queens are returning to that. They're
That's
making
cool.
a standalone Blade film.
I don't know how they're going to do that, but it'd be kind of cool. I mean,
Oh yeah,
I always dug Blade. Blade was always probably my favorite puppet of all the Puppet Master puppets.
I like Tunneler, but I like Blade too. Probably go
Yeah.
Tunneler, Torch, and Blade.
Yeah. Well, they're the top three, definitely.
Yeah, but then
Let's see.
what other they're doing Subspecies 5.
Oh, I'm so hyped for that.
I know that probably means we'll get a Blu-ray release of Bloodstorm.
I certainly hope so. I really dug Bloodstorm, but it's one of those ones. I don't know why it wasn't part of the box set they did.
Yeah. Did they include Vampire Journals in that box set?
No, no, just the first three. Okay, here, Critters Collection at Grindhouse. It's 49.
That ain't bad actually.
No, I mean for four movies, that's yeah,
How
and
many
that
do they got in
and that.
stock?
Let me take a look. There's one left.
I'm debating it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful looking box, though. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm just debating it because I need to get that. I really want to get that volume 1 of American Horror Project too.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Because they're releasing volume 2 finally after years.
yeah. It's taken them a hell of a long time.
I know.
I don't know why it's taken so long, but
Yeah. And then Arrow, what you pointed out to me, released. Oh well, they announced Shram, however you say
yeah.
it. And what was the other one?
There was Shram and I'm drawing a blank.
Oh,
Let me
Lords of
just.
Chaos. Lords of Chaos.
Yeah, they're both
I'm
UK
definitely getting Lords of
releases.
Chaos. I really want to see that movie.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah, I'll just brought it up here. They're releasing Lords of Chaos, Shram, 16 Candles, The
Yeah, the rest
Loveless.
is non-horror stuff.
Well, the chill factor is apparently horror.
Yeah, I was looking at that. It
Uh,
said it's like The Exorcist and the Winter Olympics.
yeah, FM, Weird Science, and We Are the Flesh.
I bet you some people are excited for Weird Science and 16 Candles.
Yeah, I grabbed those on VHS.
Yeah, my mom's a
Yeah,
big fan of
so
16 Candles.
yeah, I mean those movies are always fun, but I don't think I'm gonna go out of my way to get a Blu-ray of them.
Well, they're on TV every other day.
That's true. But something like Shrum, I'll pick that up
The thing
definitely.
is though, what's the reverse cover of that look like? Because Cult Epic's cover is a lot better
I
than
I
that Arrow
think
cover.
I think it's probably the Cult Epics cover because I think that was the
What made you
poster art.
what made you never pick up Cult Epics?
Um, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just never it never entered my head to pick it up.
Yeah. See,
You know?
if Arrow's version has a new transfer, I'll pick it up because that's my favorite York Bucharite movie.
Yeah.
It's his most solid movie in my opinion. If I'm being honest, I don't like Necromantic or Necromantic 2. I almost
No.
find them like a drag to get through.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
And I thought Der
Yeah.
Toad's King was okay. It didn't
Yeah.
blow me away. I watched it once 3 years ago. It's sitting on my shelf, and I've never had the urge to watch it again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Shram, that's a badass movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've seen it, right?
Years and years ago. Yeah.
Like I remember he
Um.
like hammers a nail in his dick and all that.
Yeah. I always find Jörg Buttgereit, or however you pronounce his name, to be an interesting. He's a director that I really want to like. Because he's really like everything he's done, he's done like himself, you know?
Yeah, his movies are just too artsy for me. I'm talking everything before Shram.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Necromantic, I could see how it was really disturbing for the time.
yeah, for the time.
Yeah, but I don't find it all that disturbing anymore. Like, I've seen a
No,
lot worse as far... Like, Dead Girl. I find that more disturbing than Necromantic.
yeah, yeah. I mean, necromantic. It's the sort of thing. I mean, uh, I don't know how to put it. You know, you get stuff like uh, Aftermath. You know,
I haven't
which
seen that.
covered it's all right.
That's that movie that, like, what, Code Red released it or something? That
No,
apocalyptic movie?
no, not that one.
You're
Yeah,
thinking, yeah. I do like that movie.
yeah,
I
the
thought you were
one.
thinking of that old apocalyptic movie.
No, no, no. The one with
Yeah, the
Unearthed
Unearthed Films
released it.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah. I do
you
like
know
that movie.
that covers a lot of the same subject matters. You know, of like the necrophile and everything. You know,
I think it's
it
better done and it looks a lot better too.
it is. You know, and honestly, even that I find kind of boring.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I could see it.
I watched it quite a while back, and I thought to myself, you know, like, yeah, I get why some people would be like offended by it or whatever, but it's 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 nothing we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So I don't know what that's saying maybe about our taste in movies, but
Yeah.
you know, probably for like a normie, it would be, you know,
Oh yeah, if I was to put
shock
that
them to
on
the core.
for my mom or something, she'd be shocked.
Yeah, you know, but like for most horror fans, it's just kind of okay.
Yeah. Speaking of Unearthed, I still need to get that disc in Purgatory Road.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Especially this. I think that looks really, really good. I've really not heard much about Purgatory Road. I've heard people like say it's good, but you know, I haven't heard anything really about the plot or anything.
Yeah. What I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyways, so you got any more news?
Yeah, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, the new adaptation of Salem's Lot that's getting released has James Wan is now the producer, and the writer is Gary Doberman, who wrote It.
What is that, a remake?
It's going to be a new adaptation of it, so because you know, miniseries on TV, another miniseries on TV, and now is going to be a theatrical. So
Like I said, it's just another popular Stephen King movie thing they're redoing. Like
it is.
like I don't know.
I know he has like a huge,
Next we'll hear
you know,
Cujo's being remade and oh my god,
it
Firestarter and all that. We'll never. I bet you we'll never get a Langoliers or Golden Years or anything like that,
yeah. I mean, I
or
get
even
it.
Silver Bullet.
Silver Bullet was awesome. That
I
needs to be
know.
remade. That's one that could definitely do with being remade because it could. What's the word I'm looking for? It could like improve upon the original. I always think that's the reason to make a remake. If you can do something better now than it could have been done then,
Yeah,
you know, there you go. Make a remake of that. That makes sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me to remake something that is like perfect to begin with.
yeah. There was a what do you call it? There was a God damn, I keep forgetting. Oh yeah, there was a mini series by Stephen King called Rose Red.
Oh, that was good.
I
I
liked
love
it a lot. I'd like to see a remake of that too.
Definitely. You could do tons with that. You know what? Push that up to an R rating. Stick it in the theaters. It would work.
Oh yeah,
I mean, hell, let's be honest. With the way that story is, you could even fit that into like an existing franchise. You could work it into like a Conjuring or something.
yeah. You know what I wish they would have more of? Are like
Hmm.
torture porn type movies,
Yeah.
like
I
Saw and
mean,
Hostel and stuff. They don't make any like really extreme movies anymore.
all the extreme stuff now it's indie stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
I miss the
it's.
days when you can go to a theater and see something like Hostel or something.
I always remember I went and saw what was it, the Saw one that was in 3D.
Oh yeah,
Saw
yeah, the final
3.
chapter or whatever the hell
Yeah,
it's called.
I remember seeing that in the theater. I took my granddad with me, and we sat there and we watched it. And there's that one scene at the beginning where like there's like a giant like guillotine or something, and it's like on like a rocket sled or something, and it goes through someone and guts fly
Oh
everywhere.
yeah, yeah.
And it was just awesome, you know, seeing that stuff fly in 3D.
And you say you took your what? Your grandpa? Your grandpa?
Yeah,
Did he
yeah.
like it or no?
He probably slept through it, but you know, he dug going to the movies, so I always took him whenever I went. So
Yeah,
yeah, you know, it was it's something we need back. I mean, with the way everything's going in the world nowadays, with everything like going all like PC and everything, we need that hard, twisted gore back. You know,
yeah,
almost like it's like a kick in the teeth to all that PC crap.
yeah, man.
Yeah. So there was that. What other news was there here? Oh yeah. They're bringing back Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah, with Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, Bruce the Man Campbell. That's so awesome.
Yeah,
That's just reason enough right there.
I may check
Speaking
that
of
out.
speaking of Bruce Campbell, apparently there is talk that Ash is going to be a downloadable character in the new Mortal Kombat.
Hmm. Are you?
So
Have you gotten the new Mortal Kombat yet or no?
no, I'll wait for it to go on sale.
Yeah,
I'll
I
wait
wonder
till
what
it's like
other horror
15 bucks.
characters they're having.
From what I know, there Ash is going to be in it. I know Spawn is going to be in it.
Yeah,
Um, there were a few others that they mentioned. I can't remember who they were though. I don't know. Someone data mined like the Switch version and found this you know references to who's coming up and everything. So
yo, did you hear about that? Did I tell you about that whole new book thing? Like, I guess there was a book that came out a few years back called like Paperbacks from Hell.
yeah,
That was like about all them pulp horror novels you'd find at like drugstores and stuff back then.
yeah. I used to love those, man.
Yeah, but I guess yeah, they're now I guess it started like last month. They're
Mm,
reprinting like I guess a lot of them were real hard to get and went for crazy money.
yeah,
And I guess like they released last month they released The Nest, which
yeah.
is what that movie was based off of, and I guess that was a real popular one. And like I guess this month there's one coming out called like Beyond the Darkness or something. That was a big popular one, and I think
That's cool. You know.
next month there's one called The Tribe or something. And it's like I guess every month for a while they're coming out with a new one, and it's yeah. So I may pick those up just because I'm kind of interested in them.
Yeah, I mean, I used to love it back then. You know, like you'd see like these like books with these covers, and they'd be like, even without reading the book, you knew you'd enjoy it just by looking at the cover.
Oh yeah, like everyone was trying to make cheesy versions of like The Exorcist and all that.
Yeah. I know I have a book somewhere. It was just called Evil, and it was written by Richard O'Brien. Now I don't know whether that's the same Richard O'Brien who did Rocky Horror Picture Show or not, but it was a really fun little pulp, you know, like 80s novel.
Yeah,
And I wish that would come back into print. I mean, I'd like to hear some people's take on that. That was a pretty fun little book.
yeah.
Okay, what else do we got news-wise? Scream Factory have put out the features for their release of The Entity.
Oh fuck that release, dude.
Honestly, I'm kind of intrigued by some of these features.
Dude, they don't
So
have a new transfer though. It's the same
I know
transfer as the old release.
that's the problem. You
See, I'm
know,
not a
it's got
fan of that movie in the first place, so
yeah.
that's probably
I
why
don't mind it. You know, but it's got like a what is it here? An interview with Barbara Hershey, interview with David Labiosa, whoever that is, interview with the composer, interview with the editor, okay, audio commentary with the author and filmmaker. Those are all new. You got trailers from Hell with Luca Guda, whatever, the guy who did Suspiria.
Yeah, Guadagnino or whatever his name is.
I can't pronounce that, so I'll
Yeah.
let you.
Yo,
Yeah.
what date is that Green Inferno supposed to come out?
I'm really not sure. I'll take a look. Uh, is it? Do you know if it's a new transfer? Or just
No, it isn't. They're doing that a lot recently. There was another title that people were excited for, and then it came out that they're not doing a new transfer. So they're doing that a lot. Like every release now pretty much has no new transfer.
yeah. Well,
But
I mean,
yet
I
they
guess
want you to pay $28 for it.
yeah. That's too much. I mean, I guess I could understand it, like if it's something that was fine to begin with. Like I guess like with the Green Inferno, that was fine to begin with. June 25th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just like the
Uh,
cover of it a lot.
it's a nice cover, I got to admit. Yeah, so there's that. What other news is there here? Oh yeah. Apparently, according to this, in the archives of Anthony Burgess, the writer, they've found a sequel to Clockwork Orange.
Oh yeah, I had read that.
You know, it's kind of neat. I always find that interesting when they find stuff like later on.
After they die. See,
Yeah,
if it is, I mean, I would like if they made a movie out of it, only
yeah.
because I tried to read the first Clockwork Orange and I
It's
could
not
not
an easy read.
understand it at all.
I know it's
It's
got
like a
that
made-up
weird.
language.
Yeah, like a mixture between like it's like Russian and like I think something else. Some
Yeah, so if they do end up releasing that, I hope they end up making it into a movie.
I would assume they would. I mean, the first one's a classic,
Yeah.
so I'm definitely assuming that it would get a movie release.
Yeah.
Also, apparently they found an extended copy of the novel of The Thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently they found like something. It's like it's taken essentially from a novella right into like a full novel.
Wow.
So yeah, so apparently it's got like it's like double or triple the amount of pages that they had before. So that's getting a release at some point soon. So I'm kind of happy about that because I always dug that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took forever for me to find a copy. I had to go online and find somewhere that had it written out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what else is there? According to this, the trailer for the new Swamp Thing movie makes it clear that it's a horror movie.
Yeah. I still haven't
So
even seen the original ones.
the originals weren't good.
I'm kind of
Not
interested in that
like,
one, the second one.
yeah, I mean,
I heard it
they're
looks, from the cover you could tell it's trash.
it's complete trash, but it's fun trash.
Yeah.
You know,
Swamp Thing's carrying Heather Locklear on the cover.
and I know it's just kind of like, yeah, it looks like one of the covers from one of those old romance novels.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. So there's that. What else here? Nothing much else except it's been talking about Brightburn, which is coming out in May.
Yeah, that looks kind of interesting.
I think it's a really interesting idea. Of like basically the idea of like taking a what would be your basic superhero idea
It's basically if
and just
Superman was evil. It's just,
yeah.
if they, like, for some reason I feel like DC should have put
Mm.
their name on that and made it like an Elseworld tale. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
that would have been awesome.
You know, like
Yeah.
Marvel has the what if stories.
Yeah,
Like that would be perfect for DC. Like if
it
they
would.
put
And
some money behind it and was like, let's put our name and make this a Superman what if.
yeah,
Like they could call
that,
it
that
like
would be cool.
Superman Brightburn or something. You
Yeah.
know?
I think it definitely shows a lot of potential. They had the trailer at the beginning of Pet Cemetery, and I just got like more and more happy as I was watching it.
Yeah, it does look pretty badass.
You know, and like I said, the idea, that like, well, for one, that he's a kid, and kids can be pretty twisted anyways, and
Yeah,
then give him like Superman level powers. And apparently the rating has been given R for horror, violence, bloody images, and language.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that kind of says something right there, you know. And that mask in it's just kind of creepy looking.
Yeah, it is a little weird looking.
Yeah. Oh man. So let's see. Anything else in news wise? Um. Oh, that Zac Efron movies, Ted Bundy movies coming to Netflix on
I
May
can't
3rd.
wait.
I've heard a lot of good stuff about it.
Yeah, I'll be watching that Friday the 3rd.
Yeah. Let's see what else
Is
here.
that coming to Netflix in Canada too?
I think so. Yeah.
You gonna watch it?
Yeah, I think so. I've been hearing so much good stuff.
I know the trailer, dude. He looks just like him. Like, there's a shot where you see, because I know Ted Bundy's story pretty well.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of documentaries and books and stuff, but
Mm,
there's like certain pictures, like, or scenes in the trailer where you'll see
yeah.
like Zac Efron, getting his mugshot and
Yeah.
stuff, and it looks just like him. And there's like scenes in a courtroom, and he
Yeah.
does like the same. Like when I first heard Zac Efron was playing Bundy, I was like, oh
Like
my
like
god.
yeah.
And then I'm watching the trailer, I couldn't imagine anybody else doing it.
I know he looks like he could have been like Ted Bundy's like long lost kid.
I know.
It's kind of disconcerting, really.
Yeah, yeah, I'm hyped for that movie.
Yeah,
It's
so that
bizarre to
that
me
that
that, like, I'm glad it's not coming to theaters because I obviously could watch it in my own home for free.
yeah.
But it's weird to me it didn't get a theatrical release.
From what I know, I think it got a limited run.
I think
It got
people
like,
were pissed about the movie
well,
because they
probably.
say it's glorifying a killer or whatever.
Well, you know what? Bundy's dead. Who cares?
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
That's what people are interested in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, just because the fact, like he was like a horrible person or whatever doesn't make him any less of an interesting of a character.
I know.
I've said that before about like a lot of like people that I find like to be interesting are probably people I would never want to associate with
Oh yeah.
or
And then
or
people praise like Silence of the Lambs and stuff like that.
yeah, and it's like you do know like that was kind of like based on people like this.
Yeah.
See the real thing, like the real story, get, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hyped for that movie though.
Yeah, it'll be good, I'm sure.
The best Ted Bundy movie I've seen to
Hmm.
this day is it's called The Delirious Stranger.
Okay.
And it has Mark Harmon as Ted Bundy, and it was a made-for-TV movie.
That's cool.
I have, I think Warner Archive only released it on DVD, but it was a
Yeah.
mini-series, dude. You may want to hunt that down someday. It's really good. It was
Cool.
like a two-night mini-series, but you know who Mark Harmon is?
Yeah, the guy from NCIS, right?
Yeah, yeah. He does a really good Ted Bundy.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll have to maybe give that a shot because that could be pretty good.
Yeah, but dude, you
Yeah.
you want to you definitely someday want to get To Catch a Killer,
Yeah.
that Gacy movie.
Yeah.
And what the hell's the guy's name? Oh shit, I can't remember his name. Brian Dennehy, I think his last name
Oh,
is.
yeah. Yeah.
From
I know
Rambo
you
and
mean.
stuff. He plays
Yeah.
Gacy.
Oh, that's cool. Of course. So I guess we definitely got to talk about unearthed films.
Yeah, what I don't like about
Extreme.
it is they don't have a release date for it.
I know. I'm sure it'll come out pretty soon.
Yeah.
You know, probably like sooner rather than later.
Are
I'm
you
I'm
definitely getting it?
I think I might.
Because I
You know,
think I may
because
just wait for you to get it, just have you copy it for me.
yeah, uh, I think I might get it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it seems like it's so. You know, they're going on about like how this is like so extreme and everything. I
That's the only thing that
I
has me
kind of want to
interested.
see it.
Because honestly, I have a bunch of movies on Gacy. I have books. You know what I mean? There's nothing. I
Yeah,
don't feel like there's anything they could really tell me that I
yeah,
don't already know or anything like that. And it's just one of those things. If you get it, I'd rather just have you copy it for me. Only
yeah,
because I'm moving soon.
yeah.
I mean, still in Sarasota. We just moving apartments.
Okay.
So it's like I don't want to pre-order that because if they had a set date, then yeah.
Yeah,
But I don't, you
yeah.
know what I
I know
mean?
what you mean.
I don't want to order it and then me move and I forget about it and then the person living in my apartment now has a free copy of
Yeah, yeah.
it.
And it's not exactly, you know, cheap.
Yeah.
You know,
I think they have a deluxe edition too that's like $400.
that is insane.
I don't
I
think it's worth it at all. I thought it was going to have a
uh,
painting by, if it had a painting by Gacy, I would say,
yeah,
yeah, that's worth it. That's pretty badass.
yeah.
It's by
It's got
some
a
random ass dude.
yeah, it's got a handwritten letter by Gacy though.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool, but
Yeah,
not
like a
$400 cool.
no. I mean the other stuff that comes with it though. You know, it's got like
The
a
book, I already got the book.
oh yeah. Well, if you already have the book, yeah, that kind of
Yeah, that
you know
Killer Clown. You could buy that book for $7 at Barnes and Noble. The
yeah.
Serial Killer Culture.
Mhm.
That's for free on Netflix.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like the letter, I think that is cool. It's cool to frame or whatever.
yeah,
But think about it. The movie's $30, so you're paying $370 for a letter by Gacy.
yeah, and like a picture from a guy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, the pictures look pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's for. I don't know who it's for. Is that for an Unearthed fan or is that for serial killer fans? You know what I mean? I feel
Yeah,
like that's only for like serial killer collectors.
yeah, I believe that for sure. I mean, well, the whole thing, you know, with like Gacy and everything is like the only people that are really interested in him are like serial killer fans and like horror fans. But most horror fans, you know, wouldn't, you know,
They'll buy a movie about him, but I mean,
yeah, but you know, they wouldn't go the extra mile where like
get
serial killer
memorabilia.
fans probably would, you know.
You know how much different shit you can get for $370?
Yeah,
You can go on
yeah,
BigBadToyStore.com and fill your whole wall with action figures. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, for sure. And
But
I mean, hell, let's be honest. Like, if you want like Gacy memorabilia, you could go online and probably find like I don't know some some bit of memorabilia of John Wayne Gacy.
yeah, you know
You
what
know,
else I
that's
find
probably
is
cooler.
You know what I do find cool about that letter, though, is it was in the hands of G.G. Allen's brother.
I know Merle Allen. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's pretty badass. I guess it's from his collection.
Yeah, it's like of all like the people, it's like okay, well, we need some letters. Like who has them? Oh, I know, G.G. Allen's brother. It's like of course he does.
Yeah.
Oh man. I
I
think
got
it's
to
going to be
admit,
an
though,
interesting release, but you know,
yeah, I got to admit, I'm kind of annoyed at Unearthed Films for doing that. You only have 30 days to pre-order, then it's going out of print, blah, blah, blah. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I
well,
think that's kind of shitty. I mean, I wish it was more like Code Red or Scorpion, where they're like, oh, this deluxe packaging is only
yeah.
available for pre-orders, then you only get a standard whatever. You know what I
I
mean?
think I think it's something to do with like the whole like ratings and everything. Like you can't actually get a rating for this movie.
So,
It's something like that, and I don't know, or like it's like essentially like a triple X rating or something. I don't know. Apparently, it's something with the content of the movie that they're doing it in such a way that it's not like I think it'd be like banned if it was released like normally or something. That's the idea that I kind of got from what they've said and everything. You know, that if they were to do like a normal release, it would get banned, and like, you know, the government would step in or something. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, you gotta get that so you can send me a copy. I gotta
yeah.
see how extreme this thing is.
How much you want to bet it's just like a gay porn?
Some
That's
dude is
it.
a clown fucking dudes.
Yeah.
Or
It
fucking
it, pro-
kids or something.
it probably is. You know. Uh, it's certainly going to be twisted. I'm quite sure, because I mean,
Was this made exclusively for Unearthed, or was this a film that was already made that Unearthed is like, okay, we're gonna release this? Or was
I'm
this
not
put
sure.
into
I'm gonna take a
production
look.
by Stephen Byro and stuff?
Torment. Um, Yes. Let's just see what gruesome facts. Blah blah blah. I don't know. I didn't need to see that. Okay. Uh, Torment. I I'm not really sure. I don't know. Trying to catch a killer, Gacy inspired film, blah blah blah. Uh, I I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. Uh, I don't know. Is this from the movie, or is this what? I don't know. Okay, if that is from the movie, I'm not sure. But if it is, that's um, you got John Wayne Gacy in like his clown makeup, like choking some dude, and his face is all red. It looks like someone actually being choked. So maybe they did something like they actually did a lot of it. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see when it comes out.
Yeah, I just wish he had a release date, because that would be my deciding factor to order it or not.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I don't want to order it and then have to wait a year. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because he says he's taking the amount of Peele approval and then pressing it. Like, how long does that take?
I don't think pressing them would take overly long. I would think maybe a couple of weeks, I would assume, depending on how many orders there were for it. But then again, I'm sure it'll end up like used in like Grindhouse or something.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know. Because you pretty much, I feel like you have to be part of the Honor Films page to really get news like that. You know what I
that's
mean?
true. I mean, yeah, I just typed it into Google, and everything I got was like, kind of like referring to either posts on like the Unearthed Films Facebook, or like YouTube videos of like the trailer and stuff like that.
The trailer looks cool.
It does. It
What year
it
does it come
certainly
out?
looks.
Or what year was it made?
I'll take another look.
I'm gonna look at
Uh,
now. Like if I just looked at Torment trailer, would it come up?
it should. Let me take a look. Torment.
2013. Yeah.
Uh,
But see,
I
there's
don't know if
another movie
that's
here
the
called
one.
Torment with like a mouse head.
Yeah, I don't think that's the one. Just
But
try
see, there's a thumbnail here where it looks like someone getting choked.
mm,
Let's see. If Gacy is in, it says Vertical Entertainment. If Gacy is in
okay,
this
hold on.
trailer,
Here
then
we
this is it.
go. Apparently it's directed by Adam Ford, if that helps any.
Adam Ford. I know that name.
Yeah. Let's take a look here.
Yeah, because this Torment I'm seeing is that mouse head thing.
Yeah.
And that's what that scene was where the dude was getting choked, I think.
Okay. Okay, I got a trailer here. Let's see. Gacy-inspired film, 2017. Can you hear this on your end?
What do you mean?
I have the trailer playing right now. Can you hear it, or
No.
is it just me? Oh, okay.
I think I may be watching the trailer now. I don't know.
Apparently the website is trilogyofdeath.com.
I just don't know. I just want to know if this was made exclusively for Unearthed.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah,
Yeah, this trailer I don't think is the right one.
yeah, I'll send you the link to the one I was just watching. That was it.
Does it actually show him in the makeup?
Yeah. Okay. Open up.
See, the trailer I was looking at was it's called Torment 2018, but it says directed by Jason Figgis. And it's made by
Uh,
someone called Sharp Teeth Films.
yeah, I don't think that's it. Okay. Yeah, I'll send you the link on.
Send it on Facebook because when we're done with the podcast, I'll watch it.
Okay, well, I'll send it here and on Skype and on Facebook. Uh, yeah, it seems interesting. We'll see, if it is or not.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if this ends up being like something really cool, I'm definitely, I definitely like the idea.
See, something has to be super hardcore to get banned.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, like I said, we'll see. I mean, it could be good, hopefully.
There's something here that says Torment Teaser, and it says, oh, I see something. It says Torment, and it says Gay Assassin's Clown Yard, but the first letters are in white, and it spells Gacy. I don't
Huh.
understand the... Let me see here.
Then again, Torment is just such like a generic name, isn't
I
it?
don't know. See, this is from a channel called Demiziano Cristofaro.
uh, I don't know.
Well, regardless, this looks like a Gacy movie called Torment, but the subtitle Gay Assassin something seems a little weird.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, because last time I checked, Gacy wasn't an assassin. He was just a serial killer.
Yeah. I mean, this movie
Yeah.
looks so like it would be an unearthed film, but I will
Yeah.
say it doesn't look that extreme,
Extreme.
and I don't find his Gacy makeup all that cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
He looks like a clown, but he doesn't look like Pogo the Clown.
Yeah. And I mean, let's be honest. That's one thing you kind of have to do. If you're making a movie about Gacy, you have to make him look like Gacy.
This is the movie here. It has
Is
the
that?
same font as Unearthed Film. Yeah, this movie does not look... done by Adam Ford, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I didn't pre-order it because it doesn't look that good to me.
No. I don't know if I'll pre-order it or not.
Did you watch the trailer?
I took a glance at it. Yeah.
That makeup looked awful.
Yeah.
The dude's not even fat or anything.
That's the weird part.
You know what I
I
think
don't
that you
get.
know what I think this is?
What?
I don't think this is gonna be Gacy. I think this is like a fan or something. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
I
could
think
be.
this is someone that's like doing their own thing or something. And like almost like Human Centipede 2.
Yeah.
That's what I think this is because the dude did not look like Gacy at all. Like not even close. The
Yeah.
makeup did not look close at all.
Let's see. Got a...
I'm willing to put my money on it that
Based on the John Wayne Gacy murders, a young man wakes up after a one-night stand and finds himself in the clutches of one of the most notorious serial killers to ever stalk the earth.
Well, shit. If
Okay.
it is Gacy, it didn't do a good job to me. And I'm not even talking shit about it because it's hard for me to get. Like, it legitimately does not look good to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the Adam Ford film.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
they
looking
could.
at the cover right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah,
pay. I
the
wouldn't pay.
cover looks good though.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay 30 for that movie though.
Yeah, maybe it'll drop, you know.
Yeah, Adam
Or
Ford
I'm
though. I
sure
do. I
some.
do know that name.
I wonder what he's done.
I may be
I'll take
thinking of
take a
like.
look. Adam
Well, I'm glad
Ford.
we got to the bottom of that. I saw the trailer.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna check his IMDb and see what else he's done. Hmm. Uh, okay. Come on, give me some information here. Yeah, Gay Assassin's Clown Yard. Okay.
Yeah, that's weird. Like the movie. I don't know. To me, he doesn't look like Gacy.
Yeah. On IMDb, it's getting a 5.4 out of 10. Okay, here we go. Director. He directed something called Just a Child in
Never,
2019
never heard of it.
and Torment. So he's done two. And apparently he acted in something called Hyde's Secret Nightmare.
So I guess I haven't heard of him.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. At first I was kind of hyped, but
Yeah, that
thought it
trailer
could be.
really disappointed me.
Yeah, let's take a look at this website for. Oh, hold on a sec. Trilogy of Death. I'm. I gotta check something. I'm not sure, but with the website, trilogyofdeath.com that it mentioned, I seem to think that was the same website for um what was it? Uh uh my brain stopped working. The last American Guinea Pig movie.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
What was it? Uh,
I have it
why is
right in
my
front of me. It's Sacrifice.
Sacrifice? That's it. Sacrifice. That because that website sounded very familiar. So, and I know that Sacrifice was part of a trilogy of other movies.
Yeah.
Come on. Man, IMDb is kind of a bitch. There we go. Yeah. Because if it's kind of connected to that, that's kind of cool. But
While you're looking that up, let's do a little thing on a antiviral.
oh yeah, definitely.
So, what was your aunt's opinion of that movie?
I loved it, and I mean, if anything, I think it's more. Um, it's more. What's the word I'm looking for? It's more like my brain's not working. It's more relevant nowadays than it was back then.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's something about that movie I absolutely loved.
Yeah.
Like I love the performance of the main guy. That Caleb Landry Jones.
Yeah, I thought that guy was just creepy as shit.
Yeah. Like, did you like that scene where out of nowhere all of a sudden he's like growing wires out of his back or his arms and everything? Remember he has like this weird filter in his mouth and
Yeah, that was completely like crazy stuff.
yeah, and now everything's white. Like every building, the whole movie's just drenched in white. And then towards the
I,
end when he's just puking up blood and all this, it's
yeah, it just really is. Oh,
like, does that not like? Would you not think that like his dad made that movie?
oh yeah, definitely. You would have thought for sure that he would, because damn, it's like a perfect example of Cronenbergian body horror.
Yeah, I wonder if his dad was like real proud when he saw it, or if he was like, "Wow, you're like biting my style hard." You know what I mean?
It could be. You never know. Um, from what I've just seen here, yeah, it looks like the Trilogy of Death website is linked for both Sacrifice and Torment.
Yeah. I mean, that
So
doesn't really get me too stoked because Sacrifice was my least favorite guinea pig out of the whole bunch.
yeah, it had some decent gore,
Yeah,
but it was the weakest of the series, no doubt.
yeah. Something about that trailer though just disappointed me, man.
Yeah,
Like they couldn't. The dude wasn't fat. You know what I mean? Like that's like the one thing. Gacy's a fat older dude.
that's true. I mean, unless it's some weird thing of like, that's how he sees himself or something. I don't know.
I don't know. The
It's
makeup
just
though,
weird enough that
like I don't think Gacy wore. I don't think he wore a clown nose. He may have, but
yeah,
and he had some wig on where Gacy didn't wear a wig. He had like that weird hat and everything, and
yeah.
the makeup
I,
was
I
all wrong.
I get the idea. It's more like an inspired by than a proper, you know, than like an actual like retelling of the story or anything.
Yeah,
It's more like when you see The Strangers and you see like inspired by a true story.
yeah,
I think I get the feeling it's a bit more like that. At least that's my opinion.
yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, back onto antiviral. I just thought, like with the way people are about celebrity nowadays,
Oh yeah.
I could totally see someone, wanting to get injected with the viruses of famous people.
Now, when you first picked that movie up, because you said you had it for a while,
Yeah,
did
yeah.
you have any idea that's what it was about or anything, or that's what it was going to be like, or?
I knew the basic plot, so I knew it was that's like what they were going for, but I didn't think it was going to be as like bloody and everything as it was, and
Yeah,
as you know
I
body
think that
horror.
Kayla Landry Jones really sold that movie too.
Yeah, and apparently in it the two main actors never met until their first scene.
Oh yeah, you watched that extra too.
No, I just read that on IMDb actually.
Oh really?
Uh,
Did you have the
yeah,
same copy of Vanderviral I did, or did you have the IFC one?
I think mine's
Like, was yours
just
just lips on the front, or did it have
yeah,
Caleb Landry Jones on the front?
yeah, just lips.
Yeah, we have the same one. Like the
Yeah,
reverse side on it's all French.
yeah, yeah. It's an interesting one to say the least.
Yeah. No, I love it. It's my top. It's probably my top five Cronenberg movies. Like even if you lump in all his dad's movies.
That's saying something right there.
Yeah, like I like Videodrome, Scanners, obviously. Like Dead Ringers, but Antiviral would definitely be in that top five also.
Yeah.
It sucks. I don't think he made any new movies.
I don't think so. I don't know of any other things. I've just double checked again now. Yeah, Torment, the website is on, they're listing Trilogy of Death. So it's definitely somehow connected with Sacrifice.
Okay.
So yeah, it looks like it's what's it called?
So wait, you
Apparently
still...
it was filmed in Slovenia.
So you think you're gonna pick it up?
I don't know. I'm gonna look more into it.
Yeah,
Like
if you do, you're gonna have to make me a copy.
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't interest me enough to buy it, but like I said, if a copy was sitting here, I'd check it out. But
Yeah.
it's
Uh
nothing that's got me super excited.
yeah. Well, like I said, I'm gonna look more into it before I decide. But uh, we'll see.
Yeah.
Because if like if I read a review and they're like raving about it, then maybe. But sort of right now, it's just kind of I don't know.
By then it may be too late though.
That's true. Here we go. Oh wow. SeveredCinema.com. You ever heard of them?
No.
Let's see here. Okay, yeah, it says it right here. It's the second part of the trilogy of death. American Guinea Pig Sacrifice preceding it.
That is so weird.
It is.
That's what makes me think, like, was Sacrifice meant to be a guinea pig movie?
I don't think it was. Well, I mean they've got
Or like, why not make this just a guinea pig movie?
yeah. Yeah, I mean this looks to have a lot of dong in it.
Torment?
No, dong.
But does it? Torment
It, it,
seems to
it
have a lot of it.
yeah, a hell of a lot it looks like. Um I'll send you this link to this review. They're giving it, like 4 out of 5 sort of thing. So I don't know. It might be good. Yeah, I just sent the link on Skype. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he does though. Yeah, the guy looks. Well, I don't know if he looks thin or not. He might be a fat guy. I don't know. Yeah, I'll keep looking into that a bit more before I make a choice. But the idea of it being like a super extreme thing, I kind of dig.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Are you, speaking of a super extreme, are you gonna get that incident in a Ghostland?
yes, yes, I am.
Yeah, I may
Um,
pop that in tonight or tomorrow.
yeah, I'm definitely interested to see what
The trailer looks brutal.
it does.
It says the synopsis says something like a horror novelist gets like abducted or something, or her and her sister were abducted and tortured, and then they go back, something like that.
Yeah, it seems interesting to say the least. And hell, it's by the guy who did Martyrs. That's reason enough.
Yeah. Would you just buy the cheaper DVD, or would you get the Arrow one?
I'll get the Arrow one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the reverse. Did I send you a picture of the reverse cover?
Um, I don't think so. You sent me the one with just a standard like
The
it's like a
white and
house
red
or
one?
something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The reverse art's pretty cool. It's like purple. It's like a house and these two like little girls running.
That's cool.
It has a pretty decent reverse cover.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely pick that up.
Oddly enough, Dead Meat at Dawn,
Yeah.
that doesn't have a reverse cover. Isn't that bizarre? I've
That's
never had
really
an
odd.
Arrow title that didn't have a reverse cover.
I don't know, and I mean, because they usually like hire people to make,
Well, this art is new
their
artwork.
covers.
It's drawn and stuff. It's new art, but
Yeah,
I don't under they didn't. I don't get why they didn't include the original cover on the
I
reverse. Like in the inside, it's just graffiti.
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it would make sense. I like it when they have the alternate art because then if you have like the slip, you know, you can have both covers on it.
Oh yeah, I
It's
love.
great that way.
Oh yeah, I really. That's one of my favorite things is reverse art.
Yeah, and I mean it's simple.
Dude, also this Hagazusa,
Yeah,
however you say it, dude, I've been
yeah.
seeing a lot of people saying it's top three of the year.
I've been hearing that too. I
Like
mean,
Dave, what the hell is his
Dave
name?
Parker.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
praised it. He said it was really good, really atmospheric and creepy. But then someone else said it was someone I trust their opinion. They were like, it's going to be real hard for a movie this year to knock that out of first place.
wow,
And
that's saying
someone was telling,
something.
because I guess it's in theaters right now too, like a limited run.
Mm,
This
yeah,
one guy, I think Tony Hartman or something, he was like just got out of seeing it in theaters, and he said he was blown away.
that's cool. I mean, I definitely want to see that. I'm gonna pick that up
You saw the
probably in
trailer,
my
right?
next. Yeah, yeah,
Did you see that scene where she's like slowly walking into the swamp, and the
yeah,
water's like all has green algae all over it, and it just looks
yeah,
creepy the way she's walking into it.
yeah,
And like this
yeah,
girl's sleeping, there's like this snake crawling around and stuff, and
yeah. There's one thing that has me very kind of intrigued. Something that Dave Parker said. Apparently, there's something with a baby
yeah, he said,
that's just like horrifying.
yeah, I'm really excited to see that movie, and I'm
Yeah,
shocked at how cheap the Blu-ray was.
I know it's like $17, right?
Yeah, what's weird is when I first heard of that movie, and this
Yeah,
is before I even knew Doppelganger was releasing it. I
yeah,
went I was on Diabolic and I was gonna order it, and the
mhm,
German Blu-ray was
yeah,
like 25 bucks, 30 bucks. And
yeah,
I was gonna pay that, and then all of a sudden there was a pre-order link up on Diabolic for the Doppelganger one, and it said
yeah,
15 bucks. I was like, shit, I might as well wait.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's this sort of thing. I mean, it's always a bit of a double-edged sword with imports. Sometimes you can get them, you know, good prices and everything. Sometimes you end up paying through the nose, and then it's always like, are we going to get like a release over here? And if so, like, will it be cheaper or will it be more?
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, I find 9 out of 10 times, like with Arrow stuff, honestly, usually it's cheaper getting it from Britain and paying the exchange rate.
Yeah. So what, you say you're gonna pick this one up?
Yeah, yeah.
It's released. It has Bloody Disgusting's logo on the back of it. Raven Banner.
Oh, I love Raven Banner.
Yeah, their logo's on the back of this.
Yeah, Raven Banner, I think, are honestly one of my favorite companies. It's like everything that they release is like awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, them and Black Fawn are two
Yeah,
of
I
my
was gonna say
favorite
Raven Banner
companies.
must be a Canadian thing because I know
Yeah,
what the hell movie was it? You sent me some movie. A Dark Song?
yeah,
Like that was released by IFC and Scream Factory here,
yeah,
and the release you got me was Raven Banner.
yeah. It that's a fun movie.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's good. The ending is weird, but up until that, it's like it's just it's like your skin's crawling because everything feels just so skeezy and wrong and ugh. It's good flick though.
Yeah.
Then of course we should also talk about the Heretics that I sent you.
Oh yeah. I almost forgot about that. I'm gonna do a review actually for that movie tomorrow
Yeah,
on my channel. But
I loved it.
I dug it. It was I'm trying to think of what it made me think of something. I'm trying to remember what movie it made me
It
think
it
of.
made me think of The Last Exorcism Part 2.
Yeah, it made me think of that. Remember that movie Jackals?
Yeah,
Made me think
yeah,
of that too a little bit.
yeah.
I
I
liked how many
mean,
twists were in it, And I
Yeah.
also, I like the makeup effect. Like, I felt you feel bad for the girl.
Yeah, I
When you
mean,
realize she's, like, growing demon wings and everything, and her head's
I know.
all lopsided looking.
And it looks painful.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing, you know. I mean, you have so many things like where like someone like starts turning into a monster or whatever, and they just kind of turn into it. And it's
Yeah.
just kind of, well, that was, you know,
And I like how it
this.
had a decent amount of twists, too. Like, that, her fiance or girlfriend or whatever she was.
I know. I did not see that coming.
I know, she starts whipping her back like the dude in Da Vinci Code or something. Just,
Yeah.
I'm like,
And
what the hell?
yeah, I mean, honestly, right up until the point she stabbed that dude, I can't remember who she stabbed. If it was a cop or somebody.
Yeah, you said Bite is as good as that movie?
Yeah, yeah. Essentially, I find pretty much everything that Black Fawn Releasing are putting out is awesome. And they did Bite, they did the Heretics, they did the Drownsman. The Drownsman wasn't as good, but it was still pretty fun.
Yeah, I
But
think that one was available in the U.S. pretty
yeah,
regularly. Like, I remember
yeah,
seeing that at Walmart.
yeah. And I know Bite was released over there as well, right?
Yeah, that was done by, I want to say IFC,
Yeah,
Scream
that
Factory.
I tell you what, you watch Bite, and it's like on the same level of body horror as I'd put it on the same as antiviral.
Yeah,
Yeah, you feel like you know how like when you're watching antiviral, you're just kind of like ugh,
yeah,
you know because everything feels like even though everything's like clean and everything, it feels like grimy and dirty and everything. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It has that same feel, and it has a lot of the same beats as in the Heretics. You know, when like the chick starts like changing into a creature,
Hmm.
wholly different way, and really kind of nasty looking. But all in all, it's a great movie.
Yeah, I may have to check that out. I think it could probably get it for like 10 or less.
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth it, and they're definitely a company to watch. I think. You know, I watched just the other day. I watched a bunch of short films they did that they released. Was like a short film festival they had up here, and they released it on DVD, and that was pretty solid as well. Pretty much everything on there was good.
Speaking of short films, have you,
Mm.
I think they're Canadian. Do you know anything about that Astron 6 team?
Yeah,
Besides the editor, like, have you seen their Father's Day or Manborg or anything?
I haven't seen them, but I've heard a lot of good things.
Yeah, I'm gonna see them pretty bad. I know they have like a collection of short films that Troma released.
Yeah, I mean they fit in the trauma mold
Yeah.
to like a T, but if anything, they're a bit I don't want to say better than trauma. How can I put it? They have like the cheesy stuff, but then from what I've heard, like the Father's Day remake, I've heard is like brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, the
it's
Father's
just like
Day I heard is a remake. So what? There was an original Father's Day.
they did something apparently back in the day called Father's Day. Some other people, and it's like a remake in name only.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, it
Because I
goes
know
like
Mother's. I know there was a Mother's Day, but
yeah. There was a Mother's Day, and I think they did a Father's Day back in the day as well, and it's very different.
hmm. Yeah, I may
Yeah,
pick up that Father's Day soon.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff I find that isn't getting talked about.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like Bite and the Heretics and everything. Where where do you hear about them?
Yeah.
Honestly, until I bought
Oh,
the
I would have
Blu-ray.
never heard about it till you
No,
said it.
no. I mean, I think there was a trailer for like a DVD release version of it at the beginning of something. I forget what. But
do you usually watch trailers for
I
movies? Like when you pop in a movie, do you usually watch trailers or do you skip to the menu?
I I usually skip to the menu unless it's something like if it's like a new Arrow release. I'll usually watch the trailers because it'll tell me what new Arrow stuff's coming out.
Yeah,
But most stuff I just skip.
yeah.
You know. Yeah, I remember I was watching something a bit back. Uh, was it the Clovage Killer? I don't know. It might have been the Clovage Killer. There might have been a trailer at the beginning of that for it, for like a DVD release.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably mention the
Let's
Clovage
end
too.
this podcast with the Clovich Killer. Yeah,
Yeah, because I mean that needs to
dude,
be
that was one
talked
of my
about.
favorite movies of this year. That movie blew my socks off. Like I love that
Yeah,
movie.
it was great, honestly. And what makes it so great is the fact that whenever you hear about like a serial killer being found and there's always people talking, they're like, he was such a nice guy, you never suspected anything. That was completely what it is with the Clovich killer.
Oh yeah, and the neighborhood.
Yeah,
It's just everything seems so authentic. Like I don't know, the
yeah,
acting all around. Like Dylan McDermott, dude, he should have. He was up. That performance was up there with uh, whatever her name is from Hereditary.
yeah, yeah,
It
I
was
believe
that
that definitely.
caliber. Like I've
It
always
was
been a
great.
fan of Dylan McDermott, but dude, that role blew me away, man.
Yeah, it was perfect.
And I normally find kids in horror movies annoying.
Yeah,
The kid, I actually really dug his performance, and his
yeah. Well,
girlfriend, I liked her performance too.
they seemed real,
Yeah,
and I just love the fact also that like they're in like the religious community and everything, and like she's not religious, so they're like all essentially looking at her like she's like the freaking devil or something.
oh yeah.
I thought that was just a neat little
I like that
touch.
kid that kid where he's like super Christian.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Yeah, he was like such a pussy or something. Like he's
I
like, I'm
know.
not even gonna talk about this. Like you can't even
Yeah.
talk about a chick or anything with him because it's like blasphemy or whatever.
Yeah. He's kind of the kid who like in like any other horror movie would be the first one to go.
Yeah, yeah, that kid was a trip.
What I love about that movie though is essentially, you know, everything that happens is the kid's fault. Because when you think about it, like if he hadn't found like the pictures and everything he had, he would have stayed inactive as a killer, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Because he was doing,
I like how
just
many
fine.
twists that movie. I don't want to spoil anything for people that haven't seen it, because
Yeah,
I do recommend everyone go out and buy that movie. But
yeah,
like I love that movie so much. Remember, I bought the DVD, and that
yeah. The
very
day
next
after you,
day, I bought the
yeah,
Blu-ray.
yeah,
I even went out of my way to order the Blu-ray.
yeah. I mean, that's saying something there.
Yeah,
When a movie's that good that you have a copy, and then you want to get a better copy
yeah.
right away.
Oh
It's
yeah, and
only
the
ever
cover.
happened to me once.
What movie was it?
It was Dead Girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There's something about the
you,
Clove Hitch Killer cover I love. Like I think it's one of the best covers I ever seen.
it's a really classy cover. It's got kind of like that.
Just him looking at that chick.
Yeah, it's almost like you remember that. Was it the theatrical poster for The Strangers?
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
one that just had Liv Tyler stood there, and then like way in the background, you just had the sackhead guy.
yeah,
You
yeah. I
know?
could see where you'd get that, and
Yeah.
I also love the just the twists of it, man. Like it's hard to talk about
Oh
it
yeah.
without giving anything away, but
I know. And it really is a movie that
dude, that I
you
love
need
the.
to go in blind.
I know. Like I'll just say one thing. I like when they finally go in and the one chick's all tied up, and he's
Yeah.
like, we're into role play." He's like, "Me and your mother, we're having an affair." Remember? He's like, "Me
Yeah.
and this woman are having an affair," and he's like,
And you know that the kid's not buying it for a second. He's just like, no, like we know what's going on
Yeah,
here.
but that first time you see it, you don't expect it too, because remember, like I said, it's hard to talk about without giving anything away. But remember when
Yeah,
he pulls the trigger, and you're
yeah,
like, damn, he would have actually shot his kid or whatever.
yeah.
And it's like,
That,
oh
that
man. And then the kid
yeah,
realizes, like, wow, you would have shot me.
yeah. And it is just kind of yeah. It's I think honestly it's one of the most I don't know whether I'd say realistic versions of a serial killer, but
Yeah,
you look at some of these killers that stop killing, you know,
yeah. I
like
love.
and it makes you wonder sometimes, when they just like disappear, could they just be living a normal life somewhere?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the Zodiac, did he just go off and live a normal life somewhere?
yeah. That's exactly what he did. They never caught that guy.
Yeah, like it really makes you wonder. And then you see, essentially with this, you have a lot of almost callbacks to like the BTK killer.
Well, yeah, they say that's what this movie's loosely based on.
I see it,
Yeah,
definitely, because I remember when he disappeared,
yeah. It
and
was
then
in the woods or
essentially,
whatever.
yeah, and then they said, like, oh, like he's dead or whatever, and they were bringing all this stuff, and essentially it brought him out of hiding.
Yeah.
Same thing.
You think your parents
I
would have
love
liked
it.
Clovitch Killer or nah?
I think they probably would actually.
Yeah.
I should maybe
Make
yeah,
them
let him
watch
watch
it.
that. It's quite it's
Yeah, I had
it's
my grandma watch it because I
yeah,
figured she
it's
liked it. She ended up digging it.
yeah, it's like almost like a tasteful serial killer movie.
Yeah.
It's the other
Basically, if you like Silence of the Lambs and stuff, you'd like it.
yeah, yeah. Essentially, it's like the polar opposite of Torment.
Yeah, there's not. You don't really see any hardcore killing,
No.
but the suspense of it, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like
I mean,
he knows, and he knows that he knows, and you know what I mean. Like the stuff like when they're walking out in the woods. You
oh
know what I
yeah.
mean? The
Well, I
kid's like,
mean,
"Where are we going?" And he was like, "You'll see," or whatever.
yeah, and it's just kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I know I saw a movie a bit back called Night. Uh, Guy who directed it sent me a link to review it and everything. And in that, there's a scene, and it's just like like a set camera, and you see this. It's like I guess he's holding it, or whatever, and he's just following this girl around, and nothing good is gonna happen. But this scene goes on for about 8 minutes, and the tension just ratchets up and up and up, and it's the same with Clove Hitch. You know, it in any other movie, you'd feel like it was dragging, but it just keeps building the tension.
Yeah, that's it. Like that's what I love about that movie. It's the
Yeah.
perfect tension movie.
Yeah, and like you almost want to like jump up on the screen and say, "Damn it, man! Like, like
Yeah.
do something."
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a damn good movie.
Yeah. So that's how I'm gonna end the podcast. Like, if you're gonna buy two movies, Antiviral and Clovitch Killer,
Clovitch,
those are
definitely.
two classics, my opinion, modern classics that more people should watch. I mean, I think a lot of people know about Antiviral. I don't know because that movie's old, like
Yeah.
2012. But Clovitch Killer, you don't hear anybody talk about that. Like I
No.
hear it come up every once in a while. Like I think I heard someone, like I think I was listening to like Exploding Heads podcast or some other podcast, and
Yeah.
I think someone brought it up. But other than that, no one brings it up.
Yeah. You hear about it and you're like, one of my people.
Yeah.
It's like they get it.
And it's a shame that it's like it was. I mean, I don't think it's available at Walmart anymore, but it
No.
was available at Walmart. I just don't think it did too well.
Yeah. It's flying completely under the radar, even now.
Yeah.
And it's a damn shame because it deserves a lot more love than it's getting.
Yeah, we may end up doing a commentary or something on it soon. Who knows?
Oh, that'd be good.
Anything to spread the word about it, but
Yeah, for sure.
anyways, I guess hope you guys enjoyed our kind of little welcome back podcast. Like I said, we didn't really have anything
Yeah.
set in mind with it, but next week we'll definitely have a certain movie we'll do a podcast on. I mean, we're
Yeah,
going to be doing a commentary for RoboCop, but we'll do a podcast on a certain movie. I don't know what, but
we'll figure something out.
yeah, it'll
Yeah,
either be a movie or maybe like a trio of movies or something, or
yeah,
we may have to come up with some kind of double feature or something.
that could work. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll talk about it. But anyways,
yeah.
this is Corey's script.
This is BDG Reviews.
Peace.
Peace.